As I said, today we will be learning about some introduction and some LaTeX templates. So that will be useful for researchers. Okay, so template in the sense you already familiar with proposal writing template, and let us see, some thesis templates, some IEEE templates, Ville template, elsewhere template, some standard journal templates we can take up and we can see how we have to work on that templates, and also some generic templates. So maybe for presentation making, okay, some simple letter making. So if that kind of templates are there, then we'll see how to work on that particular template. And also whatever, the introduction part will be, last time we just worked on the online platform. Okay, so let me introduce offline setup. Okay, so if at all, if you don't have a robust internet connection, so you may have to rely on the, your laptop or PC. So then how to install this particular LaTeX in your machine, so that is also we'll see today. Okay, so I'll start with that. So last class I just told you, so LaTeX uh, for online use, we used Overleaf. So this is the online platform what we use to prepare the document. Okay, so we prepared a research proposal using Overleaf platform. So if you want to install offline setup, then there are two software you have to install in your machine. One is basically front end, and the second one is basically back end. So two things you have to install. One is back end and the other one is front end. Okay, so what is the for front end software? So front end software you can install something like, there are various front end systems are there. So even, whichever is easy for you, you can take that front end. Okay, Tech Studio, TechWorks. Okay, so TechWorks and Technic Center. You see, Technic Center. So and many are there. Leaks. Okay, so many front ends are available. Okay, so you can use any of the front end. So that is not a matter. But I always recommend, okay, back end you go for TechLive. Okay, so if you're using Windows or Linux. Okay, so Windows or Linux, so you can go for TechLive. So the same TechLive is called as MacTech. Okay, so MacTech in Mac machine. Okay, so if you take Mac machine, this is called MacTech. So these are the two software. Any one front end you have to choose, and TechLive or MacTech you have to install in your machine. Okay, so where to get this Tech Studio or TechWorks or Technic Center? Okay, so you just go to Google. Okay, and type that Tech Studio, and you when what the first link itself is basically the Tech Studio. You just have to download this particular front end. Okay, so before installing this particular front end, what you need is basically TechLive. Okay, so just type TechLive in Google. So it will directly take you to TUG. This is basically Tech User Group. Okay, so there are different versions are there. So even you can install this TechLive using online installation. Okay, so you can install this particular software from the online, or you can download DVD version. Okay, so complete that 4 GB software that will come to your machine, zip file, and then you can just double click on that particular file, unzip, and there will be one installation file. You just install that particular file. So two software you have to install in your machine. One is Tech Studio. I recommend you to go for Tech Studio as a front end and TechLive as a back end. Okay, so these two software you must have in your machine. So if you don't have an internet connection, if you don't want to work on the Overleaf cloud, then you can go for this. Okay, so just remember that. And why I'm telling, because when you take up your research work, your file size may be high. So in that sense, you may have to work on offline. So this software will definitely help you. Is that clear? all of you, the software, what software you have to install in your machine. And when you are installing this TechLive, be patient. It almost takes an hour, okay, to install this particular software. Okay, it takes a lot of time because lot of library, okay, huge library it has to install. Okay, after installation, what you will get in say maybe if you are given as a installation directory as a C drive in Windows, okay, or any other drive in Linux, so you will get one TechLive folder. When you open that particular TechLive folder, and you can see when I right click and see the size of this particular files, almost 4 GB software, 4 GB plus software will come to your machine. Okay, so it's a huge system. So this one you should have in your machine. Okay, so almost above 4 GB content should be there in this particular folder. Yeah, you can see here almost it is crossing 5 GB, okay, almost 6 GB. Okay, it's a huge software. Okay, it takes a lot of time to install if you are using internet installation. Yeah, you can see here 6.84 GB is there. So if you have this size, then that means your installation is successful. Okay, so this folder you should have in your C drive or wherever you are providing 6.6 GB plus you should have. Okay, similarly, when you install Text Studio, that may come in the program file. So you will be having the Text Studio in the program file under Text Studio folder. The installation file will be there. So in my machine now, after installation, Text Studio is there as well as TechLive is there. Okay, so front end, back end, both are there. Okay, so now then after that, what you have to do? So you just forget about the back end. TechLive will always connect to the Text Studio, and everything will work. Okay, so now let me open that Text Studio. I am just opening Text Studio. So when you open the Text Studio, this is called IDE. Okay, development environment. I am just opening this particular tool. So when you open this Tech Studio, you will see this front end. Okay, so can all see this screen? So my screen. So after installation of Text Studio and TechLive, when you open your Text Studio, you will see this particular front end. So you will see this particular IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Okay, and ensure that when just go to Configure Text Studio, and when you go to Commands, you can see you should see this fill-ups. So all these text boxes, you should have some fill-ups. That means this Text Studio is connecting with TechLive. Okay, so it is connecting with the TechLive. So that you can ensure. So this ensures that if all these text boxes are empty, that means this Text Studio and TechLive is not connected. Okay, so there should be a integration of both. Then only it will work. Normally, when you install Text Studio and TechLive, this connection will be automatically made at the back end. So this is just to make sure that that integration happened successfully. Okay. So
So excuse me, sir, I just have one doubt.
yes,
Here,
yes, ma'am.
how did you bring the configure screen, sir, to cross check whether it has been if the studio and the live have linked to each other? Could you open the screen again from where? From options?
Options and configure Text Studio.
Got it. All right.
Okay, configure Text Studio and all the linkages. So that means in Text Studio, what happens? It basically uses the TechLive commands. So all those TechLive commands will appear here, and whatever text file we prepare in the Text Studio, it will be given to TechLive, and it will generate the PDF. So that is how it works. Fine.
And sir, actually the thing is I just downloaded it. I was able to download the Text Studio, but here again in the configure part where in the comments you said that there will be the details field, I'm finding unknown there. I think it is not linked.
Okay, that means now the thing is, I mean, more than Text Studio, TechLive is important.
Okay.
The 6 GB software is important. Okay,
All
so
right.
when you install Text Studio, it's just very, I think, very 30-40 MB file, I think.
Okay.
A very small, so that is just the front end. Okay, so
Okay.
and once after installation of Text Studio only, that integration will happen. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
is that clear? Correct, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay, please install both. Okay, so so after installation, try. But I'll use this, offline version. I'll demonstrate some of the things for you. Okay, fine. How to work in this IDE. Okay, which is exactly same as how we worked on Overleaf. Both are same only, so there is no difference. Okay, so now let us understand the no the basic structure of the LaTeX. Okay, so I told you now today. Let us understand some technicalities. Okay, so techniques. So what is this LaTeX? How how this the LaTeX format is created. So is there any syntax we have to follow? What kind of mistake we may do in LaTeX? So all those things we'll try to work here. So now, first one is what? Say for example, in LaTeX. Okay, I'll just show you with the wizard. Okay, so now you can see here. Now I'll just there are different types of documents are there. One is article, second one is report, third one is letter, fourth one is book, and fifth one is beamer. So these are all the possible type of document what you can prepare using LaTeX. Article, report, letter, book, beamer. Okay, article, report, book, and letter and beamer. So beamer is basically presentation. Okay, so these are the different types of document what one can prepare using LaTeX. Okay, so now what I'm choosing, I'm choosing article. Okay, so so I selected article, and you can give some preliminary information about your document. What is the regular size of your font? Okay, what kind of paper you are selecting? Okay, in default. Okay, so this UTF encoding, if you want to use any any other language content, so you can use the UTF data, data as well. And this is basically the encoding format, and you can use any other bibliography content or language. And these are all different packages available in uh, LaTeX. Okay, so this is some simple screen. Just what I'll do, I'll just select this one and I'll create this basic structure. Now what I'll do, so I don't want to show this. Okay, and let me showcase this. So assume that this is the basic structure of any LaTeX document. Okay, so this is the basic structure. Now I'll just copy paste this into the notepad. Okay, so now can you see my screen? So this is the basic structure of LaTeX. So now we have to understand this particular syntax. So then we can definitely uh, we can rectify a lot of errors in LaTeX whenever some missed an error comes. So here I already told you. So whatever start with slash, that means it's a code. Okay, it's a code. So this is one thing what we have to remember in LaTeX. So whatever start with backlash symbol, so that means basically code. Okay, so and after that, so you can see here after slash. Okay, after slash, you are getting some some kind of keyword. Okay, so some kind of keyword. So this constitutes a command. Okay, so this constitutes a command. So you can see here, so slash document class is some kind of command, slash begin is some kind of command, slash end is some kind of command. Okay, so this is what we have to understand. Whatever begin with the slash symbol, so that is a command. So here we can see three commands: document class, begin class, end class. So these are all basically command. So next, so after command, okay, so what you will get? So after command, here you can see here some uh, some parameter you are passing. Okay, some parameter you are passing. Say this is one thing, and you have a some kind of square bracket and flower bracket. So this one we have to understand. So you have a keyword, you have a square bracket. Square bracket means optional parameter. Okay, optional parameter. And flower bracket means okay mandatory parameter. Okay, so parameter, mandatory parameter and optional parameter. So that is the meaning of square bracket and flower bracket. So wherever flower bracket is there, you must give a parameter inside that. Whenever you have a square bracket, it is not necessary that you should give a parameter. So optional parameter and mandatory parameter. Okay, so now how we have to understand here? So document class, okay, is the starting of the LaTeX code, and we are starting the square bracket. Inside square bracket, we are keeping some things. So that is the optional parameter. If even you cannot, it is not necessary to give this parameter. If you don't give that parameter, what are the default LaTeX software will provide? So that will be assigned. That's all. Okay, so that is optional, but this is mandatory. Article. So article, I told you, so there are five types of documents you can prepare using LaTeX. Article. Okay, so book. Okay, so third letter. Okay, so then fourth is basically book, letter, article, and report. Okay, and fifth is beamer. Okay, so these are the four basically five types of document what you can prepare. So for example, uh, I just prepare say IEEE document. So that is an article type of document. So if I prepare a thesis, okay, so that is a book type of document. Okay, say if I prepare some kind of manual, so that can be a report. Okay, so if I prepare presentation or anything, so that those are all beamer type. So here that word will come. So here in place of article, so you may get article, book, letter, report, or beamer. That word will come and sit in this particular place. So that is basically mandatory parameter in the LaTeX syntax. So similarly, begin, end, and begin document and end document. So in between that, okay, you can place your content. So our entire content will come and it will sit in this particular place. So begin document and end document. Okay, so all our content will come in between begin document and end document. So that is one thing what we have to understand. So now, before begin and end document, so all our preambles, okay, so that means in the general term, so library, okay, so library, invoke. So if you are calling any library, so all library calls will happen in this particular part. So before begin document command. So this one they'll call it as preamble. Okay, preamble part in LaTeX. So any document you see, so you will see this particular structure. So document class, okay, and begin document, end document. There will be lot of library calls. Okay, and and then after begin document, end document, the content will come. Okay, so this is the basic structure of LaTeX script. Okay, this is the basic structure of LaTeX script. And you see in this direction you have to see all the codes in LaTeX. Say begin document. What is begin? It's a keyword, and it is starting with flower bracket. That means it's a mandatory parameter. What is mandatory parameter? Document is the parameter what we are giving. So begin document. So like similarly begin equation. Okay, so begin table. Okay, begin tabular, begin figure. All those things come. So I know that is how it differentiates different types of content. Okay, so and any questions on this structure of the document? So if any questions are there with respect to the structure of the document, please let me know. So I'll just address this. Okay, is that clear? The structure of the document. So why I'm telling this, because whenever you are working on LaTeX, okay, without knowing the structure or last how we worked last time. So we should not work empirically. Okay, so we have to understand some technicalities, in LaTeX, so that any kind of error comes, you should be in a position to rectify. So that's why I'm telling this. Okay, so let me go to this document now. So this is the basic document is there. I'm just compiling. Okay, I'm just compiling. As we know, it's simply nothing is there, but it's successfully compiling. Okay, it is successfully compiled. Okay, if I place something here, okay, so if I place anything here, if I compile, that will come. So my document is ready. Okay, my document is ready. Now what you can do? So as I said, so you can create some libraries. Okay, one directory. Say for example, my some kind of article, something like that. Okay, so now you can save that particular file here. What I can do, I can save where I have to save. Say maybe I'll go to I'll go to this particular folder. I'll just go to this folder, and then I'll save this particular file as uh, say uh, my article, something like that. Same, okay, my article, name of the file. So I just gave some name and I saved that particular document. Now if you come to the desktop, okay, if you come to the desktop or the directory and just get inside that particular directory, you will see one simple text file, correct? So what you are seeing a very one simple text file. Okay, so the name of the file is article. So now once after compilation, so if I compile this, it will communicate with the TechLive and it will compile this particular document and it will generate PDF. So can you see in my screen? So the tech.tech is the file. So always the extension, file extension of the tech source is basically .tech. So when I give .tech file, so TechLive is taking this .tech file and it is compiling and it is producing the PDF file for me. So this is the PDF file what I am creating. Is that clear? So the working on this particular IDE and generating first document and what is source file and what is the output file. So that you have to know. Other things, don't worry. This auxiliary file, log file, all those things are not necessary. Okay, only you just have to focus on this PDF file. PDF file is the output file. Okay, so everybody understood this part? Everybody understood this part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So now what I'll do, let me, delete this one and, let me go to the wizard and let me take article format A4 and, let me import some, mathematics, graphics library and all those things. Okay, you can define your margin and all those things here and you can press OK, but 0 margin I don't want. I'll just take the default paper thing. So now you can see here what should be our understanding here. Any complex document before begin document, whatever comes, these are all library. Use package, okay, package name. Use package is the keyword, and inside that whatever you give, that is basically the library name. Okay, so each and every many of the content uses some kind of packages. Okay, so some special content is there. Then that may have some packages. So we just have to import that one. Okay, so just these are all library, so which is sitting in the preamble part. So now let me just author name is basically author of this particular document, and then what I'll do, I'll just give something like make title page. Okay, so and I'll just run. Okay, so yeah, so now one more thing what you have to remember here, when you're working on Tech Studio. Okay, when you are working on Tech Studio, very important thing. So normally many students came to me with this error. So when you get, I can't write on this PDF. If you get this error, that means you already opened this particular PDF using some other PDF reader or writer. Okay, that program is already opened. So you just have to close that program before compiling this document. Okay, so just remember that one. So that is very important. Now, when I run this particular document, you can see that is basically working. Okay, so you can see, some kind of document it is generating. Okay, now you see here, similar to author, you can give title. Okay, so title of the, maybe, study on corona, something like that. Okay. Okay, so study on corona virus, something like that. Okay, so you can give some, title. Now you can see some kind of article I am compiling. So here what you have to observe. So this is the make title is the command to print the title, author's name and date. Okay, so you can assign that variable before the document and make title you use. So when you next after that, what you can do, you can have a section. Okay, so you see here section. Say section name you have to give. Say for example introduction. Let us give something like this. So when I give introduction, let us see. Section is a command. When I give slash section introduction, introduction is basically variable and it is creating one section. Now, let me create one more section, like some kind of analysis. Okay, so analysis is another section. Okay, so now can you see here second section is created. Similarly, you can create one more section, like like implementation. Okay, so some kind of implementation. Now, so slash section is the command is used to create different sections. Okay, so that is basically you just have to remember. Fine. So similarly, you can give a number of sections like this. Okay, results. Okay, so result and discussion, something like that. Okay, and conclusion. So whatever. Okay, so I just created 4 sections. Okay, it is assigned some number. And then what you can do, so if you want subsection, so what you can do, you can use a subsection. The keyword is basically subsection. So inside that, what you can do, so so what you can the statistics, say maybe. Okay, you can say statistics. Just a second, just a second. Okay, sorry for that break. Okay, so now I was telling, if you want to create a subsection, so you can use subsection. Okay, subsection. So, and if you want one more subsection, okay, so you can give like this. Okay, statistics are some kind of review. Okay, so you can use any kind of subsection. So let's see how that will reflect in your document. So the sections are 1 and subsections are 1.1. So similarly, you can have subsection also. Okay, so what you can use, the keyword used for that is subsection. Okay, subsections, say maybe literature. Okay, so literature review, or you can have two subsection. Okay, so and maybe this may be industry survey, something like that. So now what exactly, you just see how this content is getting accumulated in your document. So how the numbering is given to that. Okay, so now we just created some kind of, we are trying to create some kind of structure. Okay, so that is what we have done. Now, how to add the content for this particular document? Say under introduction, I want to add something. Okay, it's very simple, copy paste. Okay, so if you have any content, what you can do, so you can you can copy some content, okay, and under introduction you can paste that one. So that's all. So when you compile this particular document, that that content will appear under that particular introduction. So similarly, so if you go under the any say for example below this subsection, I want to add some content, then of course you can take some content, okay, so some content and you can put under the section. So it's just basically under which section you want content, you just have to place your the content. So this simple text content I am keeping under that particular section. Okay, so now I think you are clear about this section, subsection, and where to put the content. You are clear about these aspects. So any questions here? Okay, okay. So now what we will do? Okay, so now last class, you just worked on your progress report or the proposal report. There I just started with some content. If you remember, I just given the link. I think in the drive. Uh, so how to add some table, how to add pictures, these things I just provided, correct? So if you remember that those things we had just had a discussion, I just kept that particular content. So now you can see here, say for example, you want to add one figure, say I want to add one figure, same code you can copy and go to your document wherever you want that figure, just paste that particular code. Wherever you want that figure in your document, you just paste that particular code. So now you have to understand here. So if you see the directory, here one source file is there, one PDF output file is there. Okay, I want to keep some pictures. So then what you do, it's a best practice that you can have some folders like this, say pictures or data, some kind of folder. So data is the folder. Inside that, what you can do, you can keep any pictures. Okay, so any pictures you can keep. Let me keep this picture. Okay, I am just keeping this particular picture in the document. Say latex logo.png. That is the picture name, correct? I just kept one picture. So now what I have to do, I just have to come to this code. So data is the folder name. And what is the file name? The file name is basically the latex logo.png. So I just have to take that name. Okay, I just have to come to my the IDE, and I just have to change the name of the file name. Okay, so then compile it, and other things also you just have to change, right? Let's say for example, now you can see here the size is big. Okay, you just have to scale down. Okay, 0.2 I just made it. Okay, so it is fine, it is fitting properly and you can use it. And at this point I just want to give some input. Okay, say for example, if you want to make any graphics, okay, so this is a very good diagrams.net is a very beautiful tool to create any diagrams. Okay, so and you can export this particular diagram to SVG format and other format. Okay, so you can build any flow chart, or any visual graphics, you can create using this particular tool. Okay, diagrams.net. Okay, remember diagrams.net. And what you can do, you can also use Inkscape. Okay, in Inkscape. So if you use Inkscape software or Xfig software, then what you can prepare a beautiful vector graphics. Okay, so using these tools you can prepare vector graphics. So just remember, if you use Photoshop and all those things, normally pixel graphics. So this Inkscape and diagrams.net, you can create any vector graphics. Okay, so just remember that. So you may have to create a lot of graphics in your research work. So this may definitely helps you. Okay. So now just I pasted one picture and I told you how to customize this particular picture. Okay, so you just you can change the caption, okay, and the a LaTeX logo, something like that, name identity for that particular picture. All those things you can change. Okay, so now everything will reflect. So similarly, as I explained in the last class, so you can if you want to keep some itemized items, so bullets and numbering under some section, so you can keep that one. Okay, copy paste that particular syntax. Okay, and that will reflect under that particular title. And say if you want to keep some say equations. Okay, so if you are planning to keep your equation somewhere in your document, go to that particular point and place. Okay, so this is one thing. And one more thing, what you have to understand in LaTeX is that, so whenever you want to give one line, okay, whenever you want to give some line, so then just press, say for example, after this word I want to give one line, then just press double slash. So the double slash means go to next line. Okay, so go to next line. So when I run this particular command, you can see here the many operating system that went to the next line, correct? So double slash will do that work. Okay, and the one more advantage of LaTeX is that, so whenever you have any extra spaces in your document, additional spaces unnecessarily, which is grammatically not correct, that will be automatically nullified in LaTeX. So you no need to worry if you have given additional spaces or anything like that. So if you want to purposefully, if you want to give any spaces, then what you have to do, you just have to provide the tilde symbol. Okay, so you can provide tilde symbol inside that dollar symbol. Then what happens, that much spaces will come in your document. So that is how you can create some kind of space in the document. Okay, so otherwise any unnecessary spaces will be deleted by the LaTeX. Okay, so you can keep your the equations like this. Okay, so similarly you can keep anything. So you can, I know last class we had a discussion on the tables. Okay, I given some format also. You can try. Okay, and you can change the what is that, you can change the rows and columns. And also we understood what is the meaning of this particular script, how you can add rows and how you can delete rows. All those things we have discussed. Okay, so that is what you have to understand, one thing. And so next one is basically uh, this equation. Okay, so what we have done, so this equation is basically coming with a number. Assume that you don't want this particular equation to be numbered, then what you can do, you just have to simply put star. When you put star, what happens, it will automatically won't give number for that particular equation. So equation, say for example, if you have it to 4-5 equation, only for one equation you want to give number, and for other equation if you don't want to give number, then you can use this particular trick. Okay, so now always star indicates that numbering is not required for that. Okay, similarly you can give for some sections also you can do the same trick. Okay, say for example, analysis you don't want, okay, so to be numbered. So then what you can do, you can give slash section star. Then what happens, you can see in the document section will come, but numbering will not be given. So normally the star indicates that, so you provide that component but don't number it. So this is applicable for all the things, so star. So similarly, I just gave big equation star indicates that there is no numbering is required. Okay, and assume that say for example, this is basically the equation which is printing after the paragraph. So I want this equation to come along with the content. Okay, that is called inline equation. So if you want to print that kind of inline equations, then what you can do, so you can take that equation and you just have to keep that particular equation inside this dollar symbol. So if you keep your equation inside the dollar symbol, then what happens, that equation will come along with the content. Can you see here, that equation will come along with the content, okay, appropriately. So that is basically this symbol. Okay, what is that? double dollar symbol. So whatever you keep in between this dollar symbol, that will be considered as a equation. Okay, so that will be considered as a equation which is inline. Okay, so just remember this particular part. So now I think so now this is basically the basic structure of the LaTeX. Okay, so now what we understood in this 30 minutes, we understood the structure of the LaTeX document, and we understood how to create a the layout of our document. We're using the sections, okay, different sections, and also we know how to add text content in our document, and how to add equations, table, bullets and numbering. Okay, all these content how to add in our report we came to know. Okay, and also figures also we know how to add. Okay, so these things we understood. And say for example, somewhere say you want to increase the font size, or if you want to make it bold. Say for example, this tech live I want to make it bold. So you can go here and you can you can see font style. Okay, you can make it both ways. Okay, or you can use key also, Control B. So that also works. So when you compile this particular code after making bold, so this will come like this. So TechLive will become bold. Okay, similarly, any content you can make bold, and assume that you want to increase the size of this content. Then what you can do, you can go to font size and you can increase the font size. Okay, so automatically that whatever required commands for that particular content is required, it will automatically reflect. Okay, whenever you select this particular thing in Text Studio. Or if you have a experience, you can keep your whatever text you want to make bold, keep that in this particular /text bf tag. So then that particular content will become bold. So after getting some experience, you can use this particular way. Okay, so now we also learned about the increasing the font, and also you can make italic and all those things. Okay, so everything is possible. So you can select that particular content, and what you can do, you can make that particular content as italic. Okay, so all these options are available in the LaTeX. Okay, so even if you want to keep in any symbols, okay, you can do that. And for that, assume you want to keep some alpha. So alphas is there, so you can use this /alpha. All the symbols are given with some name. Okay, so you can use to so okay, so you can use this way to print any symbols. Okay, so all these things are possible. You can see one space is not there, you can give like this. So I think any questions on this LaTeX basic structure, and how to compile any document from zero. Okay, what we have done exactly today, so we have compiled one document from zero. So this is what we have done. Okay, is this clear? Okay.
Sir, we need to test this sample file in the TechLive environment. Probably you have given a quick overview.
Yes, sir.
So we need to copy the same sample file what you have given in the last class into this.
Yes, yes. So if after installation of Text Studio in your machine, okay, so you can compile this code easily. And I'll keep this particular text file in the Google Drive. We can take the same thing and compile the first thing. And but what I expect here, how I just started and did this particular article. If you create this particular article, then I think you are done with the LaTeX, and you can take up any work in LaTeX. So that is what that is why I showed this particular document. And yeah, of course, you can run this one in Overleaf. This will anyway you can run in Overleaf if you just want to test. this particular code.
Okay.
But I request now, I think install Text Studio, Tech Live, and try this code after this session. Okay, and then whatever doubts you get, so we can address in the next class. So that in that way we can take it forward, this particular aspect. Fine.
Oh,
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Who is this?
Sir, my name is Varun, sir.
Yes, tell me, Varun. Yeah, I'm unable to see that participant list. That's why I'm asking name. Don't mind. Okay.
No problem, sir. No problem. So the
Yeah.
thing is, sir, we don't know how to use Mendeley software, sir, for citations.
Okay.
So,
Yes. I'll just address that one. Okay.
yes, sir.
I'll just tell you how to use that. Mendeley for citation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because we know
Maybe
now,
I'll take up
now
your
at this.
maybe I'll take up your research proposal and I'll just showcase how you can use Mendeley. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure, sir. Thank you.
Yes, I'll do that. I know because it's comes under template. So next hour, I just want to focus on the template. So after this introduction, I just want to go to the LaTeX template. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So any questions on this? Everybody will try this. Uh, LaTeX. So now I think here getting some familiarity is very important. Okay, so this is the packages. Okay, so this is the document class main. It is important. And
sir, I'm finished installation. Now I'm
yes, sir.
trying to load this file. I'm getting some errors.
Okay. Shall I get into your system, sir? Will you share your screen and so that I can see?
Sure.
Yes, sir. I just transferred the presenter permission to you, sir. So could you please share
Sure.
your screen, sir? Okay.
So what I've done is I have opened this file.
Okay.
So maybe I'll stop again. Oh, it's taking some time to compile. Now I'm getting it. This was the original file which you gave.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, inside title page, inside inner page, don't try to modify, sir.
I have not done anything. Here you are
So
saying?
while content file, only and bibliography.
Okay. What I have done is I have downloaded the version what you are given.
Okay.
I'm just opening that file only.
Okay. You are not made any modification.
No, I'm just
Okay.
checking the in PC version. Yesterday I tried with the online version. It was working fine.
Okay.
Now I just completed the like a local version.
Okay.
So I'm just trying
It
with the
is
first file.
okay. So it is not compiling. So can you go to options, sir? Options.
Options.
Configure text studio. Yes, sir. Okay. Commands. Second option. Okay. So Tech Live is not there in your machine, I think, sir. Sir, go to C drive, sir. Go to C drive.
Yes.
In C drive, yeah, I'm not able to see.
1 minute, I'll
In
share
C
that.
drive, entire screen would be fine, sir.
1 minute. Stop this and I'll share again the entire screen. So I go to C drive, programs.
Okay, Tech Live is there, sir? Tech Live? No, not, yeah, so this is fine. So go to main C drive, sir, just C drive, not inside the program file. Okay, so Tech Live software is there, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, Tech Live is there. Okay. So could you please check the size of that 2021, sir? The folder size, right click and properties. Properties. Okay, let's see. Okay. Uh, so actually, the TechLive is not installed completely, sir. You
Okay.
have around 300 MB. Actually, it has to be 6.36 GB.
Okay.
So that is the size of the TechLive. So then I'll share one link, TechLive link, and you can download and you can install that one, sir. 6 GB should come in this particular folder. 6
Okay.
GB content.
So, okay, fine. It was doing
So,
for quite some time. I thought it was installed fully.
it is not installed, sir. I don't know.
I will redo it again.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
please
So,
share the link, sir. Please share the link.
yes, sir. I'll share the link. Okay. So then I think probably you could do that part. So
Okay.
that's why. Otherwise, if TechLive is not installed properly, Tech Studio alone won't do anything. It just stucks there. It won't do anything. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just try to take the link. Second, I'm just searching that link and direct link I'll try to provide.
Sure, sir.
I'll just provide in 2 minutes. Some link. Some break is there. So I'll finish this session and then I'll give the link. Then you can install. Fine.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So now let me share my screen. Okay. So now the introduction is fine. Okay. So I think you can take up any document and you can prepare. Now I'll start with the templates. So templates in the sense, say for example, you already familiar with the proposal template. I think now we just use that particular word in our first class itself, the template. So similarly, if you want to know about the LaTeX templates, okay, just type LaTeX templates in Google, and so Overleaf maintains all the templates. So earlier it was called latextemplate.com. Now you have something called overleaf.com LaTeX template. So if you visit this particular site, and you can see all the templates are available. With academia or book template or resume, newsletter, presentation, project report, thesis, whatnot. So all the templates, all kind of templates are available in this particular place. So you just name, and even they have, even if all the university, okay, you can see, so almost most of the universities are registered in this particular place. You can see all world class universities have basically present in this particular overleaf, and they have uploaded their template in this particular place. Say for example, if you see this Harvard University, whatever template they are using in their university, so all those templates are available in this particular place. So that means you can have a look at the PhD thesis template, Harvard PhD thesis template in this particular place. Okay, if at all they are proposing IEEE paper, IEEE paper template also they kept it here. So like that, whatever required templates for their university, they are prepared and they kept in this particular place. Okay, so you can see all the templates are here. Okay, so in this way you can see what kind of LaTeX template other universities are using. Okay, other universities are using, so that is how you can do. And even some publishers, okay, so you can see a lot of publishers are there. Okay, so say Village publisher or over publisher, so they also keep their template in this particular place. Okay, so what we have to do, so we just have to, if you want any template, we just have to come to this particular place and we just have to take that one. Say for example, I'll just search, you just give any name, maybe IEEE template, something like that, IEEE. Okay, when you type IEEE and press enter, and you can see IEEE journal template, conference template, whatnot, you will get all the things. So if you say something like village template, okay, so then you just type that word and you will get all the village journal template, and all those things will be available in this particular place. Say or you can say something like some Oxford template, something like that. Okay, so Oxford template. So when you type that one, and you will get whatever template they are using in their university, everything you will get it. Just to compare some templates, and say for example you want some kind of letter or some kind of even you can search some kind of leave letter also. Okay, so you can type leave letter, and you will get some kind of document, some kind of some, I'm just giving some even we had letter, no? So if you go to templates and you have some predefined formal letters, so you can develop any letter. Say for example, these are some letters available, and what you can do, so you just have to, if you like any template, okay, so assume that this template is fine for you, I think, then what you can do, you can download. Okay, so you can download this particular template. Say all the source files will be available, and you just have to you can open this particular template in Overleaf. Okay, so that also you can do. And when you open this particular template in Overleaf, or you can download and you can open using the IDE. Okay, Text Studio. That is also possible. Now you can see here. Now I think this file should be readable to you. Okay. Now the thing is, whatever start with percentage symbol, that is a comment. Leave it. And then you can see, now is as per our discussion, document class. What kind of document? It is a letter document. Okay, we understood that. And these packages are basically some preamble part. Until begin document, until we get the begin document, those are all preamble part. Okay, so those are all preamble part. So now you can see here. So wherever our begin document starts, so that is the starting point of our content. Now you can see this is the starting point of our content. And, of course, at the end, the document will end. Okay, so this is the letter. So this is the format of the letter. Okay, so now if you want to modify the content, now what you have to do, normally in the, say for example here, first name and last name is there. Okay, so this variables we just have to keep on filling in this particular template. Template means, okay, we just have to scan that particular script. Wherever modifications are required, okay, we just have to incorporate that particular modification. So that is what the meaning of template. Okay, just remember, you are not at all doing anything on the structure of the document. You just have to download the template, put your content. So that is what you will be doing in the template. Say for example, in this letter, what I'll do, I'll just type first name and last name, so like this. Okay, and then I'll just compile it. So you just see here, I just took that this template and I'm just trying to modify. You can see here, I'm just trying to modify the content. I'm not doing any technical work here. Okay, so even nobody does any LaTeX work from the beginning. Okay, nobody does LaTeX work from the beginning. Everybody takes some template and they will use that particular template in their work. So that's all everybody does. So now that's the only work, I mean, the knowledge what we have to gain in this particular LaTeX. Okay, so taking LaTeX and where exactly modify, how to keep this primitive content is what we have to learn in LaTeX in a very simple, way. So now you can see here, those things are reflecting here. So now whatever modifications I'm doing in this letter, everything is coming. So even you can go to the main content. So say main content is starting here, you see. So, so you may have some, dear here, so dear professor as a recipient name. So you can see here some content is starting. Now what you can do, you can delete the existing one. Say dear professor, JR. Okay, so now what you can do, so we have to replace our, I say how are you. So now you can see. Okay, so I just type some content. Okay, so now I'm just compiling. Okay, so now you see here, that whatever content I type, that is reflecting. Yeah, so in similar way, you can just take this particular letter template, and you can generate any kind of letter. And in fact, most of the softwares are there. They will take this how are you, the main content, and they will plug in that particular variable into the LaTeX code, and in the backend they will generate this letter. Okay, so those things also many software does. But what exactly we have done? We have taken one template and we have modified it. Okay, so very simple. Okay, so similarly, it goes, in similar line, you have to work on your, PhD template also. Okay, so in your proposal template also, even if you see your proposal template, okay, so yeah, so your proposal template. Okay, so your proposal template, it look like this, correct? So now when you open that particular file, okay, so when you open that particular file, and file should be readable now. So document class is there, article type, okay, and these are all preamble part. So begin document, okay, and end document. In that, you have data file, title page, inner file, everything is arranged. Then what you can do, you can go to that particular, data file and modify, go to content page and modify, and then click on compile, you will get a PDF document. Okay, so and it's just, you can see here section is there, under section some content you have to type. One more section is coming, under that section you have to give some introduction, and say extensive literature review is a section, under that some content you have to type, you can give it here. So like that you just have to keep your content as per the template. Okay, so push your content to the template. So that is what we have to do. So similarly, your thesis template, you have a thesis template, that basically looks like this. Okay, so after your say PhD, you may have to submit your thesis. So the thesis template will look like this. So that is also ready. Okay, so they will give you this template to you, and you can submit. Okay, so you see, this is basically thesis template. Okay, so you just have to take this template, and you just have to identify where you have to keep your content. So that is the exercise what you have to do. So now so that is basically the meaning of use of the template. Okay, so now what I'll do, as many requested, so let us take up some templates and some journal template, and start working on that particular journal templates. Okay, so that is what we will do now. Say for example, I have some templates, so I just presented in the last session. Okay, I'll just try to take the same template. Yeah, okay, fine. I think these are all some templates. Say for example, if you open the Villay. Okay, so this is basically the Villay template. Okay, so when you open any article, okay, so now let me, so you can see here. So this is basically Villay template, right? Okay, so this is basically Villay template, and similarly, if you open IEEE journal template will look like this, correct? So IEEE journal template will be like this. And similarly, if you have a Elsevier paper, okay, so Elsevier template, and I'll just showcase one template. Just let me open. Yeah, so now this is basically the Elsevier template, correct? So when you're submitting your document, you will be submitting in this particular template. So these are all various templates. Okay, so say similarly, if you open, if you want to submit using Access, IEEE Access, the Open Access Journal. So this is basically the IEEE Access Journal, correct? Okay, IEEE Access Journal. So now you may have to download this particular template from appropriate places. Okay, say for example, IEEE, say a LaTeX template. Say you just try to type LaTeX template. Okay, LaTeX template. No, then you just click here. Then you will get a this kind of screen. Okay, so now yeah, so now you can see here LaTeX templates. Okay, even they have hosted in the Overleaf also. Yeah, they have some kind of yeah, you can see here all the templates are available. So what I'll do, I'll just try to take which template you want. You want some kind of journal template is fine. Journal template. So so then what I'll use, I'll try to take some uh, this transaction template. Now what I'll do, I'll just download this source. Sorry, not this one. So now you have to not view source. Okay, so this should not be the case. Yeah, I think they are providing in one sheet. So now what I'll do, open this template, and I'll download that zip file. Okay, so I just open this particular file, and then I just have to download this one, right? So all the things I just have to download. Okay, I'll just so IEEE journal template. Okay, so Bibtex installed. I just download that entire zip file. So I just downloaded. Okay, so if you want to work on local machine, what you will get one IEEE journal template. So you just have to go to your folder, maybe a desktop. I'll come to this place. I'll delete all these things. Okay, now I'll just paste the template what I have downloaded. So now this is my starting point. Okay, say I'll just IEEE template. Okay, so then what I'll do, you just unzip this one. Okay, so you just unzip this particular file. So inside that folder you will get one text file. Okay, so you will get one text file. Just open that particular text file in Text Studio or in Overleaf or anywhere, it is fine. Okay, so open that particular template. I just open that particular template using the Text Studio. Okay, and then you just observe this particular folder. Inside this folder only .text file is there. Once after compilation, if I compile this particular file, you can see one PDF will come. Okay, so PDF will come, and also you observe here in Text Studio it is executed normally, so there is no error here. So this template is executed properly in this particular place. And if you open this particular template, IEEE template, this is how it looks like in the PDF reader. Okay, so now let us work on this particular template. Okay, so now what is the template? See the places where you want to modify. Okay, say now it is very just try to read this particular document, and we know, you see, document class is basically journal IEEE transaction is the name of the document. It is a custom made style, custom made document type. And then these are all some kind of preamble part, so don't worry about that. Just keep scrolling slowly in any template. Okay, and this this bare demo IEEE for IEEE journal, that is the title. So just keep scrolling and see where that you will see that particular title. Can you see here? The title is coming here. So title is coming here. Now what you can do, you can you can give the title here. Now it is our that this is basically reflecting in that particular PDF document. Now what you can do, you can change the title here. Okay, so some kind of transformer diagnostics using machine learning, something like this. Okay, so some title you have given. Now the thing is what, so we have taken a IEEE template and we modified the title. Now let me compile. I have not done anything. I just modified the title. Okay, so can you see there in my document, which is reflecting basically. So whatever I modified, that is reflecting. Even if you come and open the PDF document, okay, so in that PDF document also that modified content will be there. Okay, now let me go to the next part, and then maybe here you see name, author's name. Just keep scroll down and see here author names. It is expecting the author name. Okay, so just take some time and understand this code, and wherever you want to modify, so that place you just change. Okay, so Marshall cell is there. Okay, I just put my name. Okay, and assume that only two authors are there, or only one author is there. You can delete appropriately. So I'm just deleting one author here. Okay, only two author I am just keeping. Okay, then when I compile this code, you can see here only two author will come. Even you can keep one single author. I think author part you just modify accordingly, and you can see here. Okay, so in the footnote, some footnote content is there. in IEEE website, M cell with is with Department of Electrical. So that content is basically is here. So when you modify this particular content, okay, so here everything will reflect. Say, maybe R Venkataswamy, something like that. You see, is with Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, say, Christ University, something like that. Okay, I just modified some content, you see, and I'm compiling. So where it is reflecting in the footnote. Okay, so similarly, what you can do, you can have, the footnote from each, author. Maybe they are trying to showcase the affiliation of each author in the footnote. Okay, that is done. So slowly come down in the IEEE, this one. Now let's see here, Journal of Latex class, where it is reflecting the paper header. Can you see here the paper header? Journal of Latex class, file volume number this, and August 2005. Okay, it's 2015. Now normally this content will be edited by the what is that, the editor, the journal publisher. Okay, so that you no need to worry. Okay, normally they will tell in all the journal. Okay, no need to change the journal volume number and the number and all. So we will change it. You just have to pass the source code like that. They will say. So no need to worry. And if you open the second page, okay, in the second page maybe they are putting the header. Okay, so header. So that header title we may have to change here. Okay, so maybe like this, Venkataswamy R et al. Okay, is the author name, and what is the title? Title is basically my title. So okay, so title you just have to put there whatever title you are using, that is done. So whenever the next case comes, in that Venkataswamy et al. Title will come. Okay, so in every page. So then come down. Okay, keep scrolling down, and now here you will see some abstract is there. So now when you see your content, so abstract goes here. Some text is there. That text is appearing here. Now what you can do, you can keep some content here. Say for example, I'll just open some journal and I'll just showcase. Okay, so even it's really it's impossible to write papers using Word and all. See, this is one Word template. I'm just trying to convert that to LaTeX. Okay, so now you see some abstract is there. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll just copy that abstract. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll just paste it in my abstract. Okay, so I just pasted that content. Okay, so done, and I'll just compile this one. Now what I exactly did, I went to this particular abstract place, okay, without changing any commands things. Okay, inside that begin abstract and end abstract, I kept my content. Okay, so that is done now. Okay, similarly, you just come down, begin keyword, end keyword is there, and many keywords are there, and just try to map how that content is reflecting in your document. After getting some logical connection, just keep putting your content. Maybe some kind of some kind of some kind of say some keyword. Okay, uh, so some kind of keyword you can keep whatever keyword you want, you can keep like this. Okay, maybe the best practice is it you have to in alphabetical order you have to keep. So now like this, you just keep the keyword and just come down. Okay, so come down, and I think if you see the section is starting, the section is starting, and inside section just come down where the content is starting. Now you can see here this demo. So this is the place where it is starting, and I think you should see here. Okay, so this is some syntax is there. Okay, let me see my word copy. In my word copy, yeah, the demand and production. So the is the word. So let me now see whatever the way they want. So the is done. So after demand, okay. So my content is coming. So now I'll just paste all my content here. Okay, so all my content I'll just paste it here. Okay, so now the references I don't, I don't use. Okay, references I don't use here. So you should not use, this kind of hard coding. Okay, so now I'll just showcase how you can use Bibtex. So now after that, what you can do, simply compile. Okay, simply compile, and now you see the way in which you see the IEEE journal. So in the same way, the content is getting formulated in our paper, correct? So then let us take up, if you have any other content, just keep that content. Okay, and then if you have any figures, okay, start keeping that figure. Now normally what you have to do. Okay, so you just have to prepare your content or figures so that that should fit in your IEEE template. Okay, so IEEE template. Otherwise, you just have to make it make use of both the columns. Okay, so just keep putting all your content. Okay, whatever you have. So now I'm just copy paste. I'm pasting that content. Okay, so I just copy pasted. Within 10 minutes, in any format you can prepare, you see. So now can you see here that particular content is reflecting here. Okay, so introduction is done. So and then and you know how to add the content. I think what you can do, the best way to to add data is basically you whatever folder you are working, so what you have to do, normally try to create one folder and say data, and keep all your pictures in this particular folder, so that your number of files in this folder will be less. And then you just call, whenever you keep all your pictures in this folder, and you try to call, say for example, I'll just keep say uh, yeah, my picture, maybe in uh, they're expecting, what is that in template, if you see this particular template, they're expecting the author picture should come here with the some description. Okay, so this is what they're expecting. Okay, so now if you go to this source file, and this is basically the what what they're expecting, one picture should come there. And then you just have to, what you have to do, you just have to replace the existing picture. Okay, so existing picture, say where is that picture, say here. Okay, so where is that picture is present? Yeah, so here there is no picture. Okay, so now it is bibliography. Yeah, so bibliography text here, and here yeah, here bibliography starts, and where they are uh, using the picture. Yeah, here this one. So if you have a custom figure, then we have to use this syntax. Okay, so we just have to use this particular syntax. So that is what they are saying. Okay, so if you have your own picture, then you have to use this syntax. Then what is the picture name? The picture name is basically, I just have to take the picture. Okay, so now then you have to place that particular picture in your the place where you want to keep. Okay, so then you just have to give the name of that particular picture here, and then you just compile. Okay, so now okay, some error. Okay, maybe something is missing. Yeah, one okay, so now picture should come. just a second. Let me use the complete thing. Okay, so just wherever you are keeping that particular picture, you just have to point that particular picture. Okay, so it is not identifying. Is this the same journal where I'm working? Yeah, this is the same journal. Yeah, can anybody point out the mistake what I'm doing here? Any mistake? So I'm just using one file. So let me keep that file in main folder. Let me see.
The keyword include graphics.
This keyword
It's the
include
same one.
graphics. Include graphics will keep the figure.
So do you need to change the name Michael Shell above in that script?
Michael Shell.
That's okay.
No.
That's only a text.
Yeah, that is a text. Yeah, look, let me see my code where I changed. Okay, so here this is my code. I just changed long back.
So the error is showing a undefined control sequence. So can we check on that, like the braces?
Yeah, that's what I think I just taken. So here I'll just keep this one. I think this should work, and but the name is basically data. Maybe. Yeah, I think. Yeah, again, this code also has some issue. I just copy pasted the same code.
Sir, can you check the line just before this line?
Yeah, this line, right?
The previous line.
Yeah, so you want one more line?
No, the previous line before this error.
Okay, so before this error, if so the original one is this. What they are keeping, okay, so they are giving like this. Okay, so this is what they are given. So and what they are telling, okay, so if you want to use custom figure, so then they are giving this syntax. So where we have to use, okay, after bibliography, you can use optional parameter, okay, and you can, okay, so you can put that figure name. So after putting the figure name, okay, that error is coming.
So folder name,
That
folder
include
name,
graphics.
data, folder name.
Even I just kept that particular file even in outside also. Okay, I just kept this particular photo outside also as well as inside also, so that in any case it has to take. But can anybody help me?
Do we need to change the scale?
This aspect ratio is having some issue. Now scale, at least it should show some bigger content, no?
Sir, actually, it is about the control. If you see coming down the message, the error message on line number 678, it is showing undefined control sequence. So I think it is about this control. So this control actually with
Down one, sir. Down one. Red color. Down one.
yeah, come down, sir. Here.
Yeah, red one. Yes.
Both one are same, na?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So I think can we just see the control sequence are actually from /begin? It is a mandatory, it is a name of the document. Then it is ending. Then opens the so like that. If you check, we will be able to see whether there is a control this thing which is missing.
I think okay. No. See, starting flower bracket, and this is the optional parameter.
After height 1.25 inch, comma.
Okay, sir.
I could not see afterwards. Clip, comma, keep aspect ratio. What is clip?
Clip is also some kind of what I can say, the
formatting
of the picture. So
okay.
that is the command. Okay, the parameter.
Then keep all these things are optional, as you said.
Yeah, so these are all optional. So even if I don't give this one, the that Michael Shelf that is considering. So this is working. When I include the graphics, okay, when I include this graphics, that issue is coming. So let me
I think there are two optional columns actually. So if you put it, if you again go back and put the same code, then I think there are
yeah, I think this is all. Yeah, so now include graphics. You mean to say we have to remove this flower bracket?
No, sir. Actually, so there is one optional bracket, and then so then it is closing, right? Then so we need to see how many open optional brackets are there and how many closed open brackets are there. So just like that, the same goes with the flower brackets. So then we will be able to understand that for each and every open bracket, there is a closed bracket. Then we need to see the control flow, whether how it is going based on the syntax. So then we will be able to understand whether we are missing something.
Yeah, so that means now we see this is optional parameter. Inside optional include graphics is fine.
So after the square bracket, can you put one flower bracket before backslash?
Here, sir?
Yeah, here you open one flower bracket. Yes. Yes, inside that include graphics, then width and everything.
So you one more close and compile.
Still, it's not balanced.
Yeah, it is not balanced. I mean, somewhere it is.
Can you remove that width height that parameter completely?
So that is fine. Yeah, that we can do.
That can block insertions.
So now you need to put a flower bracket before the backslash.
But that should end, no, sir. That should end, no. So where we have to end that one?
Yeah, that is ending. Yeah, that is ending. You can put there. Then afterwards, Michael shell, you can close the square bracket.
It has to come in between square bracket only then.
Yes.
Yeah,
you need to put one more flower bracket.
Because I'll just show you, even I just created that particular template with me, and I'll just showcase that code also. If you see this particular code, that code and this code both are same. And when I compile this is working, you see.
Right.
So this is how I want. But when I see this particular code, okay, so this code, this is the code.
Sir, here you can see square bracket followed by flower bracket and backslash. That is missing in our Yeah.
Okay, here one, okay. And inside that there is no square bracket. But even no, the issue is that even if I copy the same thing, same content, and if I paste it here, okay, if I paste it here, if I change the name of the picture, it is not, sorry, name of the picture, and if I try to compile, it is not working.
You're right.
So that means some library issue may be there, I think. I'll just try to work on this because I don't know. I might have included some other library
No,
somewhere.
actually, we have to use some slash, sir. So it asking undefined control sequence means the backward slash we have to use somewhere.
Huh.
The error
So
is
this is the
yeah,
one additional things I did here. Okay, let me add that and let me see. Okay, so one additional things I did. Okay, so that is basically inclusion of the graphics library. Yeah, it is working. So basically, whenever I want to add this, picture,
we have to add
had
some graphics library.
graphics library I missed. So this is
Yes, sir.
one part, we just have to remember. So I just share this one, but it is coming now. I think it is coming properly. Okay, after adding this line, so there is no problem. I think this will go good. Yeah, I think this is fine, but yeah, so now some issues fine. Okay, so now I think this is working. Similarly, I think we can keep any content, right? So similarly, we can keep any content. Okay, so now what I'll show you now, the thing is bibliography. Okay, so main important thing, as many people are want that one. So let me open. I may take another 10 minutes. Is it fine? All of you, 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. I'll just bibliography. I'll complete and I'll just finish. So I think Mandally, I think you have already installed Mandally. Mandally desktop, and even the web app version is also there. Okay, so now assume that this paper, IEEE paper, you have written, and you just want to keep the references item, correct? References. So there are two methods are there. One is Bibtex method, and other one is just keeping that particular format as it is. Okay, so there are two different methods are there. Okay, so now both the things I'll try to showcase. So first I am in plain format. Okay, so first method what I show, plain format, that may be useful for the beginners. So say for example, I'll just submitted this paper. Maybe I referred some 3-4 journal paper. Okay, so then I just want to add those papers in my paper. Then what I to do? Just select those papers you want to put in that particular IEEE paper, and right click and copy as, say, you see, formatted citations. Okay, formatted citations, or LaTeX command is also fine. So LaTeX command is also fine. Okay, so then you can sorry, right click and copy and formatted citation, and just paste it here. Okay, so paste it in some notepad. Okay, I am just notepad or Word, anything is fine. Just let me reduce this font. Okay, this 8 paper came here, right? 8 paper came here. Okay, 8 paper came here. Now, so first reference I taken. So taken, and I just came here. Okay, and I just pasted that particular reference here. Can you see here? One reference done. Similarly, go to the second reference, copy as it is. Okay, so copy as it is, go to your bibliography and paste that one. And similarly, do the same thing for all the references. So third references and paste it. Yes, madam.
Sir, what about paper pile, sir? We've been adding everything to paper pile so far. We can't
Paper,
use that here.
paper file, which one? Which one?
So for every paper, we've added it to paper file extension, sir. Can't we use paper pile here?
No, no. I think I just have to explore that one. Just give me that link. I'll just see. Huh? I just have to
Okay,
explore how I can integrate that with the LaTeX. Okay.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. I think I added. See, for example, I added 3 journals. Now, what you have to do here? This one you just have to give name for each journal. Okay. So the normal practice is that just give the name of the first author as a identity for that particular reference file. Okay, so now can you see here, you just giving some name identity for that particular reference file. Okay, so now this is what I done. Okay, so now what is that? Copy the Mendeley file, the syntax, and paste it in this particular file and give the name for that. Okay, and then what they'll expect, and they'll expect the, say for example, the, this, the publisher name, or, this publisher name to be, italic. So then you just make it italic. So some, so you IEEE system of journal. So if you want to emphasize that particular content, then what you can do, you can just emphasize that particular content. Okay, so like this, you just modify all the 10 or 20 papers, whatever you have. Okay, so that is first step what you have to do. So then after that, you just have to come to your content, maybe here. Okay, so introduction. Now, what you have to use, this word you have to use, /cite. When you type /cite, all the references will appear in Text Studio. Say COO, okay, Galivity, okay, whatever are the Tian, all those things. So now what you have to do, you just have to use that particular keyword. Okay, so /cite followed by that, that identity what you have given there. So like that, you can add the references. Okay, cite TR. Okay, so I just used 3-4 references. I used all those references in my introduction. Okay, so I think is that clear how to add the plain references in your bibliography, and how to call that particular references in your main content. I'm just compiling this one. And let me see how that will reflect in my main content. Okay, so can you see here? The reference is giving 2 here, okay, here 3, okay, 4, and you can see here 1. Okay, so this is additional bracket. So this is how you can add the citations. Okay, citations. Is there any questions on this? Is there any question on this adding citation?
Once again, once again show that one.
So
How
how
to
to
cite it, how to
refer in
cite
a
it,
ACA format?
How to?
sir, how to cite once again, sir, once
Yeah.
again. Sure.
How to cite? Cite is basically you just have to say, for example, here /cite you have to type. That's it. After that, everything will come in a list. So you just have to select any one, whichever you want to cite. You just select. That's it. /cite, name of that particular bibliography item. What is the bibliography item name? Bibliography item name is basically what you are given in the given for that particular bibliography, correct? So /cite bibliography name. So that is the way in which you have to cite that particular paper. Is that clear, Manjunath?
Yes, yes, clear, sir. Sir,
So now
if
it's
we are
coming in
using
MLA
50
format, right?
references, so all the 50 names are there, sir, like Tyan and Galivity, like that is there, or we have to give?
Then wherever you are calling any content from any author, so /cite that author name, wherever you are calling.
No. In the last, in bibliography, we have to give the names are already, all the names are existing, sir.
Any name is fine. Say any name. If you add any other journal, so you can give any name. So this Tian I just given. Galilati I just given.
So
You can give any name for
depends
this.
upon us. It is depends upon us. Whatever the names we can give it.
Yeah. So
Name we have to
what
put
are
it in
the
the wherever we want to cite.
yes. So
Yeah,
you are
thank you.
asking one more person is asking, sir, that the type of
Thank you,
this
sir.
file citation. Sir, here in Mandali, if you see, I have selected IEEE format. Whenever I do copy paste, I selected IEEE format. If you want, there are AMA format, APA format, APS format, all the different types of formats are available here. So now, before copying, say for example, you want APA 7th edition format, select that one, and after that you just have to right click and copy as formatted citations. Now when you copy paste in any notepad or word, okay, so you won't get IEEE format, you will get APA format, that is version 7, correct, no sir?
Okay. So based on this, it will recall into the citation format, right?
Yes. So based on this particular option, it will create that particular format content. Even this is a very tedious job, right? Whenever you are writing paper,
Sir, is there any other automated way? We say that we are going to author in LaTeX.
Yes, sir.
There's one more option you were showing, like instead of copying this.
Yes. I mean, this is basically, wrong way. I'll tell you where we are making mistake. Say when you see this particular document itself, okay. So you see here, second author, no, second title I am using first, and then first citation is coming. This is not correct. So the citation should come in a sequential way. So that is the best practice. So two coming first, and after that one is coming here. So this is not the best practice or right way to do the citation, correct? So otherwise we will get lot of manual work. Okay, so we'll get lot of manual work. To avoid that one, so we have one more method called Bibtex method. Okay, so Bibtex file. Okay, so now I'll show you that. That is a very interesting and useful method of doing citation. Say now what is that? Say for example, if you open, if you can create any Bibtex file. Okay, so you can create any Bibtex file, any file name is fine. So what you can do, say for example, yeah, I'll just give you uh, one empty file I'll just take. So instead of this, I'll just take one empty file, maybe not in Bibtex or in main file only. So I'll take here one file name. So this file name, I'll just my references, my refs. Okay, my bib, like that I just use my bib dot. Okay, so Bibtex file. So I just change that particular format. Okay, so .bib file, I just gave mybib.bib. Okay, so that is the file name. Now you just have to open that particular file. Now you see, whatever file you have taken from the Mendeley, okay, whatever file you have taken from the Mendeley, instead of this, what you can do, you can copy as Bibtex entry. So copy as Bibtex entry and go to that particular file and paste it. Very simple. Now, this in this way, you have created your bibliography file. Okay, so this is the complete description of your bibliography file. And you see, every paper will have the tag name. Every paper will have the tag name. Okay, so now the advantage, now what you have to do, this particular bibliography file, we have to import. Okay, so now I don't want this method. I don't want this, this method. I don't want to follow this method. Okay, so just you can comment this method. Okay, so you can comment this particular method, and what you can do, you can use this bibliography file. So where is that bibliography file is there? The bibliography is basically my bib, right? So my bib dot bib. So that is the file what you are calling. So then what should be the syntax? So what kind of format you have to use? IEEE format and any other format you can define that one, and you can run this one. Okay, you can run this. Okay, so that will run, and basically this will search the items in the bibliography file. Now the references will have some problem. Now what I'll do, so here references will have some problem. Now say for example, I'll just go to this file, and you see here I pasted all the things. So CAA, this paper is basically my first reference. So I'll just go to my data. Okay, I'll go to my data. So I'll just show you, demonstrate this particular thing. So this one itself we have to use, say this is the reference file. I'm compiling. So you see here, CO to 2018. Okay, so that I just compiled. So so now you should be in a position to see what is that very high. Where is that? Okay, yeah. So that citation should come. Okay, bibliography style is done. Okay, so this is there. Okay. So site and this bibliography file is present in that, and okay, I'm just using Bibtex.
Still the old reference.
Yes, sir. I think old reference anyway it is not taking because I have commented. So it has to take the new one. So it has to take the new one.
See the fifth line.
Yes, sir.
That's why it's putting a
reference
question mark there.
Yeah, that question mark should not come now because I am using this. I should come as something like 1. So it is executing properly and even. Yeah, so I'll just try to go plain then. Yeah, this is fine right now. Now let just see here. Number 1 is coming. Okay, number 1 is coming. Now see, now then what I'll do, say for example, the next reference, even though this is there in the second part, I may call this particular reference, before the first. Now you see here. So somewhere here I'll call the first citation. Now other citation, which is coming next. Now what you should expect. So this is 1. Now when I run this particular code, just observe. Just try to observe this particular code. Can you see here? Automatically the reference which is coming which I am citing first is given number 1, and that particular reference is kept in the reference list as a 1, and the second reference is basically I just cited second time, it is numbered as 2, and that is coming in the second in my reference list. So you imagine if you are citing 200 or 100 references in your thesis. So this this order it will maintain in your thesis and also in the reference list. There will not be any ambiguity. Okay, so whenever you change anywhere, so assume that I don't want to cite here. Okay, so tomorrow I just want to cite somewhere else. Okay, so somewhere else. So then what happens automatically? So this can you see here? Geliviti is in the first reference. Now what happens, since you are cited here, you see how how much work it does. So again, this is second only. Yeah, so let me what you have to do. So here one issue is there, so we just have to delete some temporary files. Okay, so we just have to delete some temporary files, just otherwise we have to compile again the bibliography. So now you can see, so it is compiling. Yeah, can you see here that CO came first and Gelivity moved to next. So I'm not doing anything. Okay, so I'm just citing in my thesis. So order is also maintained, and also list is also maintained properly in one particular format. Okay, so in this way you can work on the bibliography. And
Sir,
I think
can you check once the reference one is there, right? So in two side we can use it, sir.
reference one, you want to use it somewhere else also?
Yeah, both two side we can use it. So at the beginning of that and yeah,
somewhere else,
yeah,
like this, correct?
yes, sir, yes, sir, correct.
Now what happens now? Whatever you use first, that will be given as a number one. Okay, and this name number will be used throughout your document. I mean, since you use that as a first reference, okay, that will be given one, and rest of the document will use the same number. Okay.
Yeah, just compile it, sir. Compile it, sir.
Compiled. I think you can see here after fleet. After fleet, can you see one?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think to one round, I think we have done. I think maybe in next class, let us take up one more simple template and we'll try to compile. I think so we'll stop it here. And
Sir, the same
hopefully,
process. Sir, the same process we can apply for the overlay, right? The same coding for
yes,
reference.
same coding. You can upload and you can work in the overleaf also. There is no difference. And if an option is given to you, and I mean, don't use plain citation. Okay, so you have to use the what is that Bibtech only, because I'll just show you say my thesis. Okay, say so how much content will come, how many papers will come, almost so many papers will come in reference. Okay, so many papers will come in the reference part. Can you see 101 paper? And if you see the sequence in which the citation is called in the thesis is always sequential. So you won't see any disparity. Okay, so always the citation will start from one. Okay, so and then 1, 2, 3. Can you see here 4, 5, 6 like that? So the sequence will be followed, and then the same order in the list also that will reflect. Okay, so that's why try to use Bibtech in your thesis always. Completely automated bibliography preparation. Okay, preparation technique. Okay, is that clear? I think. Everybody understood some part. So two things we understood today. One is preparing a LaTeX report from zero, one thing. And second one is, downloading the template and working on templates. So basically we took some, IEEE template and we are trying to modify here. Okay, so I think just try to do this exercise and practice, and let's see how much you do till next week, till next class. So is that okay? If you have any questions, you can ask. So I'm open to any questions.